Hi all, and welcome to my channel today. We'll explore the trending issue of public broadcasting. In July of 2025, a quiet but powerful decision was made in Washington. As part of a sweeping $9 billion rollback in federal spending, Congress passed a controversial measure that stripped $1.1 billion from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. With that vote, the foundation of American public media began to crack. For more than half a century, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, better known as CPB, has supported PBS, NPR, and over 1,500 local affiliate stations. These are the same stations that bring educational television to children, trusted news to rural communities, and vital emergency alerts to some of the most remote parts of the country. Now, many of them are on the brink of disappearing. The bill passed narrowly. In the Senate, the vote was 51-48. Only two Republican senators, Lisa Murkowski of Alaska and Susan Collins of Maine, joined Democrats in opposing the cuts. In Murkowski's home state, the consequences are already being felt. For many rural Alaskan communities, local radio isn't just a source of entertainment or information. It's a lifeline. Stations like KFSK in Petersburg rely on CPB for up to 90% of their funding. Without it, they're preparing for massive staff cuts, shrinking from 6 employees to possibly just 2. They'll lose the ability to cover local news, support cultural programming, and, most critically, broadcast emergency alerts. In Alaska, where extreme weather and natural disasters are part of life, losing access to reliable communication could be a matter of life and death. The Corporation for Public Broadcasting doesn't create content itself. It doesn't run PBS or NPR directly. What it does is even more important. It funds the local stations that carry that content into homes across America, especially in areas that commercial media ignores. CPB was designed to ensure that every American, regardless of where they live, can access free, educational, and culturally rich media. The impact of this defunding isn't just about programming. It's about infrastructure. Over 70% of CPB's funding goes directly to local stations. Without it, many small outlets won't survive. This means no more regional reporting, no more community town hall coverage, and no more emergency broadcasting for areas with little to no internet or cell service. Supporters of the cut argue that public media has become politically biased and should no longer receive taxpayer money. Former President Donald Trump has long criticized NPR and PBS, labeling them elitist and left-leaning. For many conservatives, this defunding is a long-awaited victory, proof that government can shrink so-called unnecessary programs. But polling consistently shows that a large majority of Americans support public media. Surveys reveal that PBS and NPR remain among the most trusted news sources in the country. For millions of families, PBS Kids is still one of the few free, educational options for children. And for communities in rural or underserved areas, local stations are often the only reliable source of information. The consequences of the funding cut are already unfolding. The CPB has announced that most of its staff will be laid off by the end of September 2025. By January 2026, the corporation will shut down completely. Once that happens, more than 1,500 public media stations will be left scrambling to survive. Some will try to raise money from donors. Others will cut staff, scale back programming, or go off the air entirely. In small towns and tribal communities, this could mean losing access to indigenous language programs, educational shows, and critical storm and fire alerts. The voices that have connected local communities for generations may fall silent. This is more than just a funding issue. It's a shift in national priorities. A decision that says free, accessible public media is no longer worth supporting. For those who rely on these stations, not for politics, but for school lessons, weather warnings, and community news, the consequences are deeply personal. The loss of CPB means more than the disappearance of radio programs or children's shows. It's the erosion of a system built to ensure that information, education, and culture aren't limited by geography or income. It's the quiet end of an era in which public broadcasting stood as a bridge between people and the world around them. As the Corporation for Public Broadcasting prepares to close its doors, thousands of stations face an uncertain future. And with them, So does the very idea of media that serves not shareholders, but the public. The question now is simple. Without public media, who speaks for the communities no one else covers? You can share your views and comments in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe for the latest news and events.